Good morning. Just an update on my treatment for my esophageal cancer. I'm on my second course of chemotherapy now, and I thought I'd give everybody an insight as to what's happening to me and what happens when you get the chemotherapy treatment. They've put what they call a picc in my system, so I don't have to have constant punctures with an external needle, and I'll show you how that works. This is the area where the picc is installed, and this is just a protective sleeve to go over everything, but I know it looks quite daunting, but basically what it is, there's a little tap here with two leads on it. That's these two leads here. One of these leads is hooked up to the chemotherapy bottle, which is this rig here, and it's a self-pressurized unit that infuses the chemotherapy drugs over a period of 48 hours. And I'm just about out now. As you can see, the little tiny canister bottle in there is just about deflated, and I'm going in this afternoon to get another bottle put on for the remainder of the week. And it's run through this tube up into here. It runs through a little thermal switch that is right in here, and that is triggered by body heat, and that governs the amount of infusion that goes into the picc, which is running through here. Now the picc actually is an implant that's about 18 to 20 inches long. It runs up my arm, down through here, and comes out just beside my one of my main arterial veins into my heart to help the circulation of the chemicals. And aside from that, the picc was a little daunting when I first heard about it, how they were going to stick this thing into my bloodstream and whatnot. But it was a quick and painless installation. It took about 2 minutes on the table. But the preparation for it was, I thought they were going to do major surgery the way they had me covered up, but it turned out to be next to nothing. And it went quick, slick, and I was done. I was in and out in 5 minutes. And I'm going to get into the side effects to the chemotherapy. There are a few somewhat adverse things that happen depending on how you react to the chemicals they pump into you. The first one is they do a quick infusion of a chemical that is, I think it's for, I'm not too sure what it's for, but anyway, it made me pee for I don't know how long, and then they pumped in a whole bunch of saline to flush this first chemical that they did over a period of about 3 hours, and I spent a lot of time running back and forth to the bathroom there, and then they hooked up the big bottle here, and I took that one home with me. But main side effects are, if you are prone to that, you sometimes get diarrhea, sometimes constipation. It doesn't usually upset your system too badly. They give you anti-nausea pills, and the only other side effect I find that I suffer from occasionally is the hiccups, and they can go on and on and on, but they've given me a medication to suppress the hiccup spasms and allow me to get some sleep. Oh yes, and the only other effect I found too was mouth cankers. You sometimes get cankers in your mouth from, I don't know, reaction to the medication. Most important thing is, make sure you keep your mouth clean. You gargle with a saline and soda solution, keep all of the germ growth down and keep the cankers in line. And worst case scenario, your mouth gets really raw. They give you a little sucker on a stick that numbs the cankers so you can actually eat. I guess I'm getting a little thinning on my hair right now, but apparently that's quite normal. Over the last little while, I found that I am starting to feel much better overall, and I'm getting some of my strength back that I lost through the anemia and the cancer growth in my system. While we're talking about side effects, I'm going to mention a couple of the side effects I'm having from the radiation treatment. One is a little bit of irritation in the area that they're treating right now, where it's just my esophagus, and I do feel a little tiny bit of a, how should I say, a restriction when I'm swallowing, but nothing that a little bit of water doesn't stop and help me get everything down. I'm getting stronger, and the only other thing I can think of is I got a nasty rash, and you really ought to check this out. It's an uphill battle, and you just got to remember that victory's at the top of the hill. You don't quit halfway up. So hang in there if you're suffering the same situation I'm in. It's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a whole new life. So stay strong, keep the faith, and God bless you.